Minor hiccup there, but we should be back up and running now. Everything looks to be in good order. I'm gonna get things back and going here. Just gonna update folks on the various platforms I had been notifying people of things on. Another time when I'll have to have the recording playing back at us, and so I can cut it down once we get things a-going. Let us begin. Back into the thick of what we were doing. So, we just saved because we just beat up those dudes over there, and we've explored a little bit. We beat up the black Vulkars outside that one base. There's the hidden Becks. Here's some more black Vulkars. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These black Vulkars have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. How do we want to deal with these guys? Nope, 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 not the grenade. Not the grenade now that I'm in there. Can't believe I let myself get into the thick of it again. Yes, I can. I can, in fact, believe that. I do this all the time. Not a surprise. Why do grenades go where I'm not? Here. Can you guys just have a concussion, please? Really appreciate being able to shoot you. Please. Carth, can you land a hit, please? Mr. Onasi, thank you. Cool. And we're good. We're good. Everything turned out fine. We're all good over here. All good in the hood. Spin that camera round and round. Make sure my stream quality doesn't go down. Give me like 90 seconds. Humming a fancy tune while we check out some stuff. Very important stuff. Hi, Pop-Tart. My cat has entered the room. Pop-Tart, get off the desk. My cat wants to be a gamer too. He's very proud of himself. So, hardware issues firmly fixed. Internet connectivity in a good position for now. CPU looks good. Recording go. Remind me someone to cut out this intervening minute and a half or two. Hooray! Let's loot the remains. Look, money, so I can pay off the bullies next time, instead of letting them beat me up and take my lunch money. Carth, you could probably also use a medkit at this point there, bud. There we go. So, continuing on, like nothing happened. Some black Vulkars up ahead. Davik's agent. Oh, this'll be fun. I like this one.
You guys are behind with your payments. What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
Wants Davik to prove he's part of the exchange. Davik's not doing anything for his share of their money. Big crime lord coming to get his money from the Black Vulkars.
So you want to play it the hard way? Okay.
Hey, Candaris, we didn't know you was working for Davik now. We're just goofing around here. We don't want no trouble with the Mandalorian. Here's Davik's cut. Misclicked.
Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Candaris. I better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Candaris Ordo. Candaris Ordo. Remember that name. He's gonna be our friend. Yep.
Those Vulkars are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his hidden becks in line, but Brezhik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down.
Who are you?
I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. Besides, you know the arrangement. You Sith don't interfere with Davik's business, and you all get a nice cut of his action. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
Candaris Ordo. Da dee dee da da da. That's totally the way that song goes. I mean, I have more than a feeling, but that's how that song goes. This was a bad idea. Do 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 do. Going to die. Inject yourself in the thigh, then do not die. Don't mind me and my jaunty tunes. I've been told they get endearing after a while. Come on, don't die. Come on, girl. Yeah! Critical heal. Okay, gonna pause for a sec. Carth, could you, like, maybe self-manage yourself just a little bit? He's gonna die. He might not die. He might live. He might not die.
Ready.
Oh good, he lived. You're not done, buddy. You're very hurt and you apparently have a lot more health than me. Good job, meathead. Really, I love all the characters in this game. They're all great in their own way. I don't dislike Carth. I just really dislike Carth. Hey, a level. Now maybe we can be good at tying our shoes or something. Oh, sweet, a new med pack. That's nice. We're gonna hang off on this level up. I believe when you level up, you get health back, so we're gonna wait until after another disaster, and we should be good.
Hold on, where do you think you're going? This area is restricted to undercity patrols. Without the proper security papers, I can't let you pass.
Got orders to join up with one of the undercity patrols.
I don't know how they do things in the upper city, but down here, we follow our orders to the letter. Without your security papers, I can't let you past. So just march on back to the base, talk to your commanding officer, and tell him you need the security papers. Otherwise, you ain't getting down.
Sorry about the sudden AFK. My dog was trying to eat my cat. Okay, so we could challenge him, but he has all those turrets and we just die, so we're just gonna leave. And we'll come back when we find security papers. No sense getting killed over spilled milk. Yes, rapid transit, we can go home. But if I don't want to go home, I could be happy where I am. You seem to be taking great interest in our progress. Do you need something, little man? Quiet, Lugro. That's KOTOR, the infamous bounty hunter.
There's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
The only way you'll collect that bounty is over our cold, dead bodies.
That's the plan.
That may have been a bad idea. Are there enemies in the... Yep, and then there's the... Okay. Well, you know what they say. Take things as they come. So these are the more pressing concern, and we're just going to deal with this now. Oh, he's got a shield. Can I level up mid-combat? I feel like I can. The button's still there. We'll hang on to it. Oh crap. He did aggro the... because he can see them. Damn it, Carth. Lucky you can handle these dudes. These are the easy black Volkers that you're supposed to have an easy time killing. That's why they're inside. The ones outside are supposed to be for later, I think. They look a frag mine. Let's try not to get killed by this Volker Enforcer gang coming around the corner here. That's a good... Carth, I need you to... Carth. Move. I don't know what I expected to happen. It seems like a good a time as any to level up. So like I said, I wanted to be able to buff these later. High Wisdom will increase our ability to heal from things, which seems like it's going to be really relevant in the near future. So we're going to go ahead and raise Wisdom. We'll make Charisma our next one. For skills, you know, I just really feel like I should put one into Treat Injury for right now, so we're just going to throw one in there, even though it's not a class skill yet. Continue to put one into Persuade. Anyone got any input on the last two? Maybe some more in Security, maybe some more in Stealth. We haven't been using Stealth. Maybe one in Awareness to view stuff. Anyone got any thoughts, plans, opinions, perspective? I'll take anything. Well, with no votes that have come in, I'm going to commit to Security so I can continue to break into things all the way up to 7. Those feel like the more important things right now. Focus on the skills we can raise and the things that will keep us alive. Hey, look, I'm at full health. My defense is only 14. Why is my defense only 14? Is it it's the attack I'm doing? Negative. Makes sense. Look, we lived and nothing bad happened. Sometimes, nothing bad happens. I'm gonna go into solo mode. We're gonna enter stealth. We're gonna try and recover this mine. This just slows down the character's walking speed. Sometimes you click on it and she'll just brute force run face right into the dome and set it off. So, you know, give it a try. It says my demolitions are too low. We'll try once more. Third time's the charm. Let's look at what the adrenals do. I don't remember which one raises what stat off the cuff here. Dexterity, Constitution, Strength. Okay, now knowing that, go over to our feats list. Oh no, wait, we need skills, don't we? Where would skills be? It's on my character sheet, but I don't know how to get to it right now. Skills. This was skills. I'm smart. I can read, I promise. I don't know why I thought they were feats. They all look similar design-wise. Please, I'll just embarrass myself in public. It's fine. Intelligence related. Low, attempting to disarm. Adds 5 to the DC. Recover adds 10. Cannot be used untrained. Yeah, ranks. I don't have anything that boosts any of my stats right now. So nothing to boost the relevant stat. Let's see if we can disable it. It'll lower it by 5. Made that roll. Okay, well at least I didn't blow up. I suppose I could have had Carth try, but I don't remember what his stats are in the matter, and it's not that big a deal. It's one mine. It's worth like 50 credits. Now in KOTOR 2, I need to be able to recover literally every mine I come across, personally. Like, my normal playthrough of that game, it is all about pick up every single mine, because there are so many in the early game. The tutorial area, which is much longer than the one in this, it is like basically the first planet. And then the actual first planet you get to, because there's a space station in between the two. But the actual first planet, when you get to it, like, land mass-wise, it's a mine stravaganza. So the ability to recover all of those is the ability to get lots and lots of money and lateral solutions for any boss fight that you get tired of trying. Because then you just lay mines and you run away. It's great. Beautiful strategy. I am stuck. I am pushing buttons. She is not moving. I can make it rotate. She will not step forward. I have to be Carth again. Man, I hate using Carth to solve my problems. That has been the name of this run so far. It's a good time. It's a good time. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the tech issues. Brief internet hiccup, but we're good and going again. Just looting stuff and beating up black Vulkars who almost always shot first. They are the Han Solos of these encounters. I am the winner, however. Winner, chicken dinner. Mostly because of Carth Onasi. Occasionally I hit with my weapons. I could switch back to blasters, I suppose. In fact, I think I might. We'll see how this goes for a while. Doesn't make too much of a difference either way. We're bad at both things right now because we are not the combat using class. We are the stealth, the guile, the skill monkey. This is an electronic personal message sender, though it looks like it hasn't been used in some time. There is one unread message on the system. Read message. Hey Elam, how's life on Taris? I heard your brother left for Tatooine to become a miner. Did he at least leave hyperdrive behind to keep you company? I hope you're still practicing with that blaster I gave you. Remember what I taught you, because you might need it. Taris isn't like Alderaan. It can be dangerous there. Stay away from those swoop gangs and keep everything locked up in that old strongbox. Nobody's going to be busting into that thing. Hope to hear from you soon, Uncle Louie. So let's bust into that strongbox. Hey, Carthy Carth. Already proven I have trouble recovering mines. Would you like to try recovering this minor gas mine? You can't even get into stealth mode, can you, buddy? You don't have a funny belt thing. Do you have no points in demolitions, Mr. Carth? You know what? You don't, do you? Nope, you sure don't.
What?
Let's give it a try. If I fail and get gassed, it's a bad, bad day. Try again. Try once more. You can say skill too low, you can occasionally roll high and get it. Try and disable. Cool. Security we definitely got unlocked though. Or got unlocked. Ha ha ha. I mean, nobody's gonna be breaking into it. Strongbox is a particularly sturdy construction. Oh right, this one. The lock is a computerized touch panel that uses a password entry system. Because this box is an older off-planet model, there is no interface for you to try and slice the system. You'll have to figure out the password if you want to get inside. Try to enter the password. This strongbox is the property of Elam-matic. Access not permitted to unauthorized users. Please enter the proper password. Responses to confirm identity. What is the name of your pet? Hyperdrive. Who taught you to fire a blaster? My uncle? Where did your family come from originally? Alderaan. It's a good thing there was that convenient email. Identity confirmed. Lock disabled. Welcome, Elam. Thanks, Uncle Ruins Passwords. Always use a secure password, friends. Republic mod armor and a blaster pistol. Hey, Mr. Onasi. What are your statsies? He has no wisdom. He's unwise. Not a wise man, are we? Oh wait, no, I'm not Palpatine. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Bad where I was. Republic mod armor is modifiable. Oh, that's actually better. Here, Carth, you put on the combat suit. I will put on the mod armor, because still fits my max dex bonus and defense bonus 5. So upgradable. Ooh, an energy shield. That might help us once. Exactly once. Cool, so with this new armor, we are actually going to use the cool little feature they have to return to hideout. You have to leave this building to be able to do that. In the bridge, you have to be technically like outside, even though, like, even when you're outside in the lower city, you're still under like bridges and like. Really, everything kind of feels like an inside. Sylvan, oh, okay, we're going to talk to her, then we're going to probably have to leave. Unless other people want me to challenge her before we know what her deal is. We haven't been to the cantina yet.
Stop right there, or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here?
Just exploring. Didn't know anyone was in here.
Well, go explore somewhere else. There's nothing interesting for you here. This is your only warning. If you bother me again, you won't walk out of here alive.
That was a warning. If I were more confident of my combat techniques, I might have challenged that warning, if for no reason other than spite in being told what to do. Hey look, a black Vulcar. I actually hit that time. Something seems to be bothering Carth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if you can get him to open up about it. One second. Okay, fixed it. Sorry, there was a weird thing going on with my connection there. Can everyone still hear me? Coming in good? Talk to Carth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Thank you for confirmation. Do you know anything about this place, Carth?
Taris? The plan, from what I hear, that's all
It's the exact same thing as before. Is this a good time to ask you some more questions?
I'm all ears, beautiful.
So, we have a couple options here. Why do I get the impression that you're not serious or offended in that direction? I like the sound of that. Like, we appreciate the compliment. Calling him out for it being inappropriate. Or make it very, very clear with violence that he should not address me as such. I have one vote for option number 1, calling him out for being inappropriate. He is technically like a commanding officer. We are still in a vaguely professional capacity. It would seem the vote for 1 has changed their vote to 2. We can cost someone an ear or two. If no other opinions in the time it takes me to take a sip of my water, we'll dive on into threatening our companion Carth Onasi for being a Cartho asshole. Going for it.
A little bit touchy, are we? Is there something else you'd prefer I called you?
How about my name? It's a good one. I'd prefer you didn't call me anything. It's demeaning. You may not refer to me by any name at all. You are only to refer to me obliquely, in vague, categorical. This is. Never speak of me directly to anyone. How about gorgeous? I like that better. Oh no, it's going back to the flirty. Forget it. Let's get back to my questions. I'm thinking probably how about my name, but I do also like to. Concept of calling me a name is demeaning. Never speak about me. I would prefer if you didn't talk to me ever. It's demeaning. Okay, so vote for 1. Going once. It's kind of a pun. I'll say pun intended on that one. I know, 2 does sound great.
Don't get yourself in a twist over it, gorgeous. I didn't mean anything by it.
He just did it again. I should have went with number 2. He just did it again. So angry reaction with exclamation point, or that's no good either, where we continue to maintain a calm and level head. We threatened him an ear or 2 already. Do we want to explode, or do we want to... I don't think there is a slap option just yet. It's okay. If we take Darkseid at the very end, he does not get his good ending. So, just for the record, Darkseid against him and his personal quest, we can also screw up. So, just saying, we can definitely get back at him later, but it's going to be most of the game. So I'm going to go with exclamation point because it seems like the most intense response based on the petition to slap Carth Onasi. Yeah.
Oh, for crying out... Fine. If it'll make you feel better, you call me something. Go ahead. Come on.
Call him out for being ridiculous, because that is a ridiculous reaction. Call him a sexist worm. Or a pushy thug. I'm partial to 3. Calling him a pushy thug, like demeaning him a lot. Sexist worm is valid and accurate. I feel like throwing that at him is probably going to be the most efficacious. And calling him he's ridiculous also feels very apropos. Pointing out the absurdity of calling him a thing does not suddenly make it equal that he was being sexist. Sexist worm calls him out for his sexism directly. They both have their advantages from a direct response fashion. I'm going to count that as a vote for 2, and that is the only vote we have. So we're going to go ahead and go with sexist worm. Carth Onasi, sexist worm, in 3, 2, fun.
Is that it? You can do better than that.
Now he's taunting me to do better. So, lobotomized Gamorrean. The Gamorreans are the large, piggy people. They are not known for their intelligence. Brainless, lice-ridden bantha. The banthas are the large, hairy, yak-looking creatures on Tatooine that the Tusken Raiders were known to ride on and with. And a sexless marsh toad. Sexless marsh toad. So, lobotomized, brainless, sexless Gamorrean, lice-ridden bantha, marsh toad. How do we want to insult him? What implications do we want to make? What is the part about this that is most infuriating in dealing with this awful, awful, bejacketed Kaiden Alenko? Who, by the by, in the on the male side, you get an entirely different conversation. A sexless, lice-ridden bantha. That would be a better combination, I think. It's a good combination insult. That one's made of good stuff. So, do we want to err more on the side of bantha or err more on the side of marsh toad for the sexless aspect? For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure a marsh toad is like a super gross Muppet looking frog. I don't think it's like just a normal frog. I don't think there are many normal animals in Star Wars. Bantha feels a more Star Warsy insult, though. It's true, it is a large pack animal. It's been established that calling people things associated with large pack animals is a very Star Wars insult. Go with it.
That is better. Well, I bet beautiful doesn't sound so bad in comparison now, does it?
Laugh at his cheesy attempt at being a charming quote person, or say, maybe not, but I still don't want you calling me that. It's an insistence and firmness. I want to just laugh it off and move on. What kind of a scoundrel are we? Do we care? Do we care enough? I care enough that I'm going to tell him not to call me that, I think. 1 feels more appropriate based on how the conversation has gone from a character perspective. Based on what we've picked previously. Now, it is possible someone could find something like this funny and charming enough that it could diffuse the situation. But it is still deflecting, and the main point of "don't call me beautiful" could still stand. Also, the entire time I've been staring at this lamp in the background. because her idle animation is going to drive me bonkers if I stare at it too long. A vote for 1. Someone agrees with me. We'll do it.
Stubborn as ever. Okay, you got me. I bet you have your heart set on those questions. Are they really necessary?
Throw back at him that I'm a better person than him and say, not if you have a problem with it. Asking you to know him better sounds, what's the word, awkwardly close after that previous conversation. Yeah, the vote for 1, I agree. Calling him a child feels very wrong. Because it is kind of like the same response to what just happened. He would like throw it back. Yeah, so just, we'll point out, I'm the bigger person.
No, I don't have a problem with it, really. Go ahead and interrogate me.
Okay, now calling it an interrogation. So we could cackle and be an asshole. We could point out that it isn't an interrogation and get a little argumentative on this. And then we could just point out how he's getting mad about answering questions again. Which also is kind of like evidence of, do you want to stop? Because I'll stop. If you want me to stop, I can stop again. Same thing has happened before. 2 feels like the option of choice. The logical flow of the conversation, I think. 1 is also good, because it is directly contradicting his moody outburst. Leaning 2, but also agree on 1. Okay, so I'm thinking 2 more so as well, so we're going to go with 2. It just feels right.
I don't get testy. I get angry. And if I was angry, you wouldn't have to ask me if I was, let me assure you. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened from your perspective.
So what do we go with here? He says things aren't adding up. Wants to know what we saw happen on the Endar Spire. So, do we agree with this thing about Bastila and the battle meditation? Because that's all we really know about the battle at large. Ask why he's asking me, and point out that you don't see the point of it. We don't see the point of it. Point out I wasn't in a position to know what was going on, really, which is accurate and valid. But which option do we want to take here? All these options are going to have an impact on how our conversation with Carth goes, and each of these conversations have an impact on how future conversations with Carth will go, what callbacks there will be. 3, going with a nice, honest, non-presumptive answer. Okay, this does make us feel the least like we're a spy or something, so if you're going to get accusatory, this does seem to be the better option.
Neither was I, to tell the truth. I was on board as an advisor for the most part. The battle began so fast it's anyone's guess as to what actually happened. We lost the ship and a lot of good people, and for what? On the hope that the Jedi powers would save us somehow? Not that Bastila had much of an opportunity to act. We didn't choose that battle anyway, it got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
So, do we go with why? Are you accusing me of something? And get defensive on his sudden, what is your position anyway? Or do we be open and honest, point out used to be a smuggler and I was recruited into the fleet from my knowledge? Open and honest, or j'accuse? J'accuse. I mean, Trask knew we used to be a smuggler. He announced it to us when he walked into our room at the very beginning. You used to be a smuggler. It's not like it was hidden knowledge, so sharing this wouldn't be disadvantageous. Asking if he's accusing me of something is kind of cutting to the meat of what his argument might be leaning to. It's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here. Just what is your position anyway? Has an accusing nature. I'm leaning more in the direction of 2 because it was publicly known knowledge. Again, given one last second on this for anyone to chime in just because stream delays.
A smuggler? I should have guessed. Isn't it odd, however, that a smuggler who was added to the crew at the last minute just happens to be alive?
You'd rather I wasn't? What's so odd about me being added to the crew at the last minute? Are you implying I had something to do with the crash? How to address Carth here. My phone buzzed and I picked it up to check and see what was going on, and then I almost dropped it. A vote for 3. Are you implying I had something to do with the crash? Calling him out on his angling presuppositions.
No. Well, maybe. Don't get me wrong, it just seems odd that someone Bastila's party specifically requested to transfer aboard happens to survive.
Honesty, I have no idea what you're talking about. 2, questioning, why would Bastila request my transfer? Or 3, it doesn't make any difference. Go ahead and be paranoid. 2, we're curious. Very well.
The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board. I mean, hell, they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value ever, and I hate surprises.
What do you mean by surprises? I'm telling you, Carth, I had nothing to do with the crash. Shouldn't we be trying to work together? So, 1, what do you mean by surprises? Hey look, we're finally going to ask him a question.
I mean, I have to expect the unexpected, just to be safe.
Are you always this suspicious? Fine, let's just get back to something important then. You do know we're on the same side, right? Try something, and it'll be the last mistake you make. I'm partial to 4. Gotta vote for 3 about how we are on the same team. And while I have made some dark side choices, some choices rooted in greed or possibly just trying to manipulate people, you do know we're on the same side. It's going to imply that he can't trust me? Fine. I won't trust you either.
It has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
No, I'm not going to discuss them, says the guy who keeps looking like he wants to talk about something. Stop wanting to talk about something if, in fact, you do not want to talk about something. Just saying, he wanted this conversation. I consider this important. You haven't heard the last of me on this. Yes, let's do that. I'm going to threaten to hound him about this. Am I going to point out that him trusting me is an important thing to this current partnership we have? Or am I going to point out that yes, we should be doing something else because we've been standing in this abandoned apartment for like ever now having this conversation? Yawning, haven't had tea in a bit. Need more caffeine. Thinking I consider this important. Did my stream suffer? Stream is suffering. Ah, there's the problem.